In this video, we're going to talk about the Rossignol XV, Xavier Delarue's board of choice. This is a high-end freeride powder board. It's got camber to it. It's got a reverse directional flex. So that means stiffer nose, softer tail. This is a board for charging aggressive lines, for slashing pow, with that camber underfoot to give you the pop and snap that you need. This board features Rossinol's AmpTech Elite camber profile, which is 60% camber into a 20% rocker in the tip and 20% rocker in the tail. Basically, it's cam rocker. So you load it up like traditional camber, but it's going to engage that rocker, making it a little more loose out at the contact points, a bit easier to press with. It's going to be better in powder. The Zav has a unique flex pattern to it in that it's a reverse directional flex, which means stiffer nose, softer tail. That way you can sink the tail and flex the board more in the back to get the nose up and push through chunder and crap, which, if you know how Zav rides, is very fast and down ice rivers that are frozen on mountains. Now, what this means is you get a board that's actually not crazy stiff underfoot for being a directional freeride powder board. You've got a lot of torsional play. You can really flex this board, and it breaks in relatively quick. Like after 3 or 4 days, you're going to notice that the board's gotten softer underfoot. Now, when it comes to stability, you'd think a nose that's that rockered would be super chattery. You would feel it underfoot. You don't. The only time you feel any chatter is if that thing is busting through heavy chunder and it's just forcing all those vibrations to reverberate back under the front foot. Underfoot, it's very, very stable. It's very smooth. Overall, this is a very smooth, damp, stable ride. This board does have traditional camber underfoot, so you have to load it up, but almost all the snap comes out of the tail, which is very minimal. So when you engage that camber zone, it activates the rocker, creating a flex point when you roll back to pop off of. You're going to notice that the snap is ample enough to get you up on top of loose, fresh snow or to pop off of something. It's not the snappiest board, and you're working with a lot of nose that you've got to elevate when you do pop with it. So you have that going against you, but it's solid enough, especially when you're charging hard. I mean, the faster you go, the better you're going to pop with it. This is a board for hauling ass and just ollieing straight down stuff. It's not impossible to butter this board. You just want to make sure you get your weight way out over that nose. You're really going to flex into it. You're going to be aggressive. Fresh snow is your best bet. You want to pop a 180, land on that nose, dig in, have your weight over it, and then pop right out. There's a lot of rebound out of this board, so just be prepared for it. This is not a slow speed pow butter type of board. This is something for hauling ass. You're in the steeps, it's the end of your giant ass run, and you're just going to butter for your friends to cheer you on after you just crushed a big line. That's how you butter with this thing. Yeah, you are set way back on this board, so that means you have a lot of nose. So carving is a little different. It takes a little bit more effort to engage it from the start of the carve just because of the nose width. But when you get it on edge, this board locks in. It's very smooth and stable. This board can carve. It holds an edge exceptionally well. You don't have to worry about it buckling. You can just rip turns with this. And I'm not even talking like just hitting a groomer on your way back to the chairlift to go get more pow. You could ride this thing on a non-pow day and rip carves with it. I've done it. It's fun. That's all you really need to know. This is a board for someone that's charging steeper lines, someone that wants to haul ass, go fast, slash hard. This board isn't nimble in the trees. You can ride trees with it, but it's not nimble. You have to be prepared for that. You're going to work harder in that. This is a board for wide open pow, which is what Zav rides. So if you're going out and you're riding wide open, deep ass pow, good. If you're not, and you're riding more trees, you probably want a sushi instead, or one of the other boards that I've reviewed in this review series. Now, if you're just looking for something to carve, yeah, it'll get the job done, but why wouldn't you get the crypto? Looking at you right there. Why do people always ask me about carving with this thing? It's a fucking powder board. Just because you bought the Rossignol XV doesn't mean you're going to rip lines like Xavier. But maybe you are going to rip some lines, and this isn't the board for you. Which in that case, you want to check out these other decks. the Endeavor Archetype, the Ride Alter Ego, the Moss Swallow 62, the Jones Lone Wolf, the Unity Whale, Snowfisk's The Deeps. Remember to comment, share, subscribe, and like this video. That way you can see all the relevant or irrelevant snowboarding content that we're putting out for you guys. So smash that bell down below, that way you're getting a notification, and I'll see you guys in another video. If you've been enjoying all these product reviews and you haven't been buying through our affiliate program, which is down there, why don't you check out our Patreon? This is a great way for you to get involved with us. There's some great rewards on there, and it helps fund us so we can do more product reviews for you guys that enjoy what we're doing.